guys, this is Rachit again from the Collector Life. And what do we have for you today? Well, like I've committed, we have another absolutely new statue. We have the DC Designer Series Superman, based on the art of Jim Lee. It released it released just around a week back, so not too many people would have this right now. And yeah, I'm one of the lucky people who managed to get his hands on this on the day of release. I just happened to be at a comic book store in Chicago, and they had just taken delivery of this box, and I was their first customer. So yeah, quite possibly in Chicago I might be the first person to have this. But yeah, anyway, and you know what better way than with my Superman PJs. I am getting in the mood, and my Superman t-shirt, by the way. You know, when you do something, do it right. All right. Enough of this, getting back to the statue at hand. This is the front of the box. It's a huge box. It's a huge box. You know, the fact that I got it back in a suitcase all the way from US to India, I mean, anyway, this is you know, like we mentioned earlier, 20-year celebration of DC Collectibles from 1998 to 2018. Side of the product, don't mind the little spots. The back of the box again depicts the product, you know, tells us that this is based on Jim Lee, who they've rightfully mentioned as a legendary artist. Jim Lee is brilliant. I mean, I love his art. I love how, specifically Batman. Superman too, yes, but Batman my first love, as everyone would know, and I love how Lee draws Batman. And a few other statues that are in the designer series. You know, the Flash, I till date I think is the best Flash statue out there at this point of time, because I know there are a few that are coming out, and plus the Trinity. And a product shot once again. Just gives the dimensions. It's approximately 18 inches high. That is a big statue, and for a 1/6 scale, that's extremely tall. You know, 18 inches. It's I almost skipped this part because I don't know how to pronounce this. So let's just say it's been sculpted by Djokovic. I don't know how to pronounce the first name, but yeah, the last name obviously because of tennis. Alright, now let's get this bad boy open. Again, it's a limited run of 5,000, and this one happens to be a reasonably low number. This is just 449, so that's actually in the, you know, initial 10%, which is good in case you want in the future to maybe sell it, or if that's the kind of thing that works for you. It doesn't for me, but yeah. So yeah, he's out, and the first thing, the base. Once again, the designer series bases are very thick, very heavy, and I like that. They have their you know, the emblems engraved on them, and the colors that are just so vibrant. Here it is. It's 449 out of 5,000, so that's a good number. Wow, and this is heavy. I mean, this is one of the heaviest 1/6 statues I've ever seen. It's there, it is. Isn't that impressive? That is a very, very impressive statue. It's I mean, Superman's either hovering in there or he's just about to land. He's got one knee bent closer to his chest, other foot's downwards. That cape is just brilliant. It's flowing, free flowing in the air, and he's just ripped. He's got muscles upon muscles upon muscles. He's got muscles in places I didn't know there could be muscles. So yeah, that's there. Wonderful. Now this is let me get you guys a close-up of this big man. That is a wonderful face. That's one of the best Superman faces that I can recall, and it's got Jim Lee written all over it. It's got the signature twirl of the hair, and the hair. It's it's got those blue tinges. It's so dark black that you could almost see blue sort of a thing that you get in comics, where I believe the sky plus his costume is reflecting on his hair. I'm sure he has a lot of product in it, which is why it's so shiny. The Superman emblem, nice and white, just like I like it. And yeah, like I was saying about his muscles, my boy goes to the gym on a regular basis. Look at those muscles. Whew. Nicely worked out arms. And the costume is based on the new Rebirth series, and you could see the linings on his wrist. That is what gives it away. I am so happy he's got the red underwear back. I mean, I'm sorry, call me a traditionalist or an old person, but I've always loved Superman with his red undies, and thank God they're back. He hasn't missed leg day either. Yep, muscles, muscles, more muscles, and of course his typical red boots, beautifully dark red, beautifully made. And he's also 18 inches because he's I think at least a couple of inches up from the base, which just gives it a very nice look and feel. So even if you pose him with the rest of the Justice League members, he'll always be at least a head above them, and which is how Superman should be, honestly. Clenched fists and that cape. These guys have been killing it in the capes department. I mean, look at my review of Supergirl, the Michael Turner Supergirl. That cape was great. This one is just, it's breathtaking. And look at it from this angle. You could almost feel the wind coming from there, and it's just billowing in the wind. You get the emblem, and I love how the shading has been done, and you don't even need light source to get an idea that it's flapping all around. The shades have been done brilliantly. You have a dark red here, and then you have light red otherwise. This is just a gorgeous statue. This is one of the best 1/6 Superman statues out there. Like I've said, DC Collectibles has been killing it recently. They've come out with some really great statues. This to me just might be the best of the new ones that they've come up with. It has a presence. That's all that I can say. You have this statue, you have some of the other statues around, and this will just catch your eye. Superman just looks so angry, fierce, determined like Superman is. Oh, one more thing. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, his eyes have a tinge of red. He's about to smoke someone's behind with heat vision. Right. Let's get you a 360. That cape, man, oh man, that cape. All right, so I've got let me end this review with a little, how do I call it, a little not really a surprise, but just a little add-on and a little extra. I will be comparing this statue with a couple of other statues that I have. Few of them can be companion pieces, and one will specifically show the change in size over the years. So just give me a second. Yup, there you have it. So these are 3 of the DC Designer Series statues. The Superman, as I just reviewed right now, absolutely gorgeous. Supergirl by Michael Turner statue, which is also a recent release. And again, I have a video review of that up on the same channel. Do check that out. And Flash. That just to give you a sense of size and how the entire lineup would look together. It would look gorgeous. Flash looks slightly smaller, but that's because he's in a running stance. and Superman will always tower over others because he's at least a couple of inches off the ground. He's supposed to be flying. Just how beautiful do Superman and Supergirl look together? I know they're cousins, so don't get any ideas, but they're a gorgeous couple. You know, both of their capes flying in the air and those bright reds and blues popping out. It's wonderful. And this is the second comparison shot I wanted to show you guys. This is the current Superman, Jim Lee one, side by side with Alex Ross's version, Superman Forever #1, where Clark Kent is just getting out of his regular I say costume, but yeah, the suit is a costume for him, and becoming Superman. Just from a scale perspective, you could see that the DC Direct statues originally used to be slightly smaller, even though they were also labeled as 1/6, but they were not quite so big as the current DC collectible 1/6 statues. Having said that, this still remains my favorite Superman statue of all time. Jim Lee, I love you, but you have absolutely nothing on Alex Ross. Alex Ross is God. So yeah, no, I don't want to discourage you guys from buying the current one. It's an absolutely brilliant Superman statue. It's just a matter of personal preference. I would any day pick Alex Ross over Jim Lee. Alright then guys, that was it. That was my review of the new Jim Lee DC Designer Series DC Collectibles statue. It's a very recent statue. It's just been released around a week or so back. Do get it if you want a really imposing Superman with a cape flowing in the wind. You want something that will be the center of your 1/6 collection. Definitely pick this up. It's you're not going to regret it. It's absolutely brilliant. The base, the pose, the cape, everything is top notch. The face sculpt also. I mean, I can't point out any flaw, to be honest, as far as this statue is concerned. It's even got the red underwear back. So yeah, woohoo! As always, please do like the video, subscribe to our channel, and in case you want anything reviewed, any statue, any action figure, any collectibles, do let us know in the comments below and we'll do your bidding. Thank you so much guys. अभी भी नहीं पाता है चोट रुक जा